Stop being broke in Chapter 2. These 3 major treasure hunts will net you $4,500 right now. Jack Hole Gang, High Stakes and Poisonous Trail. Here's how to get it. First up on our list is the legendary Jack Hole Gang treasure. To kick this hunt off, you need to head over to the high rocky cliffs located just west of Flatneck Station, right where you can look out over the massive bridge at Bard's Crossing. Once you get up there, look around for a quirky explorer named Maximo, who is hunting for the very same treasure. Now you got 2 choices here. You can either play nice and buy the first map from him for a clean $10, or you can just rob him blindly and take it by force if you want to save some cash. If you somehow manage to miss him entirely during Chapter 2, don't worry about it at all. The map will automatically show up for sale later on at any fence in the game. Now that you finally have that first map in your inventory, it's time to head over to Caliban's Seat, which is a massive, easily recognizable rock formation located just south of Valentine. Once you arrive, ride your horse all the way up to the back path to reach the very top of the ridge. From there, you'll need to dismount and carefully walk along a very narrow, nerve-wracking stone ledge on the cliffside. Watch your step here, because one wrong move will send Arthur tumbling down to his death. Keep moving forward along the ledge until you spot a small hidden crevice built right into the white rock face. Search that gap and you will successfully retrieve the second map of the hunt. Map number 2 takes us way up north into Kotora Springs, which you can find located just directly above Fort Wallace. Once you arrive at this misty location, you need to look around for a specific cluster of strange rock piles that are standing right near the active steaming geysers. Walk over to the central pile in the formation. The one that looks very neatly stacked together, almost like a rectangular chimney. Inspect these stones closely to finally pull out the third and final map. And a quick word of warning out here, keep your eyes peeled for the crazy wild goats that roam this area, because they will sneak up and ram you off your feet while you are trying to loot the treasure. Now for the absolute best part of the entire guide, actually claiming your massive reward. For this final step you need to head over to the stunning lake known as O'Craig's Run, located northeast of Emerald Ranch. When you arrive at the water's edge, look out towards the middle and you will see a small rocky island sitting right in the center. You'll need to swim your horse or Arthur out to that island and start searching the area. Walk over to the side and look for a specific pile of loose rocks nestled near the ground. Search through those stones and Arthur will pull out 2 beautiful heavy gold bars. These are worth a whopping $500 each, meaning you just made a clean $1,000 in a matter of minutes. Next up on our list is the high stakes treasure hunt. And this one is unique because it requires you to hunt down a specific random explorer out in the world. To track this guy down, you want to ride around the high ridges located between Diablo Ridge and Riggs Station, or sometime just around Wallace Station. When you spot the elderly explorer looking through his binoculars, you need to be quiet and act carefully. Sneaking up right behind him is the best approach. Pull out your lasso, fling it around him and hog-tie him tightly to the ground before he even knows what hit him. Once he's secured, simply loot the first map directly off his body. If you happen to miss him 3 times in a row, don't worry about it. The map will eventually become available for a cheap price at any fence. Now that you have successfully stolen the first map, your very next stop takes us right back to a familiar spot west of Valentine, at the Cumberland Falls. Ride your horse down to the western base of the waterfall, and then carefully cross over to the rocky south side of the falls. Follow the ledge and you will notice a large fallen tree trunk wedged against the stone wall. Climb up along this log, jump up, and it will lead you directly into a cave that's hidden behind a massive waterfall. Now move over to the back right corner, and you will find the second high stakes map tucked away safely inside the cliffside. With the second clue safely in your bags, it's time to put on your warmest winter clothes because we are heading deep into the freezing mountains of the West Grizzlies. Your destination is Barrow Lagoon, a completely frozen lake located northwest of Valentine. Once you arrive at this icy location, look across the frozen lake and you will easily spot a small island. Climb onto it and head over to the fallen log that is serving as a makeshift bridge between the shore and the small island. Walk Arthur carefully out onto the middle of this slippery wooden log and look closely at the bark. Hidden right inside a small hole in the log bridge, you will uncover the third and final map, setting you up for the ultimate prize. Now for the final and by far the most dangerous part of the entire hunt. To get there, you want to start down by Fort Wallace and ride your horse all the way up to the very top of the massive mountain overlooking the train tracks near Bacchus Station. Once you reach the peak, hop off your horse and prepare for a very sketchy descent down the cliffside. Right at the start of this cliff edge, you'll encounter a very tricky, steep uphill section of smooth rock. This part is surprisingly difficult to get past, and you actually have to crouch sprint with perfect timing just to gain enough traction to make it up the slope. Once you conquer that first difficult incline, continue hugging the stone wall on your left. From there, make a series of careful, precise jumps down to the lower rocky ledges below. If you slip at any point there, you will fall to your death instantly. When you reach the bottom plateau, crouch down, go around the corner into the small hidden nook, and search the crevice to pull out the 3 beautiful gold bars worth $1,500. Our third and final hunt is called the Poisonous Trail, and this is the big one that rewards you with a massive $2,000 all by itself. To find the first map, you need to head way up north into the freezing snowy mountains of Ambarino and look for a frozen body of water called Cairn Lake, which is located just northwest of Coulter. On the shore of this icy lake, you will find a small lonely wooden cabin known as Cairn Lodge. Walk inside the cabin, head straight over to the bed and look underneath it to find a lockbox hidden on the floor. Open up that box and you will secure the very first map of the chain. Now that you have that first map, it's time to escape the freezing snow and travel all the way down south into the warmer region of Les Moines. You are looking for a very unique geological landmark called Face Rock, which is located just a short ride west of Mattock Pond and north of Rhodes. Once you arrive at this massive stone hill, go up and behind a tree. Look around for a large hollowed out tree stump that is rotting away near the edge of the rocks. Walk up to the stump, search inside the dark cavity, and Arthur will pull out a second map, bringing you one step closer to the ultimate prize. With the second clue safely in your inventory, your next destination will take you northwest into the heart of New Hanover. You need to head to a very mysterious historical location known as the Serpent Mound, which is found just a bit west of Van Horn Trading Post. When you arrive at this open field, you will see a massive earthwork ridge shaped exactly like a giant slithering snake. Walk all the way up to the very top of the hill, right where the snake's head would be. Look closely at the ground and you will spot a specific neat pile of small grey rocks nestled together. Search through those stones and you will successfully uncover the third and final map of the Poisonous Trail. Next up is easily one of the coolest hidden locations in the entire game. Head over to the Elysian Pool, a lake located just a short ride north of the Kamasa River and west of Van Horn. Walk straight through the roaring waterfall on the north side of the lake to enter a dark hidden cave system. Make sure you turn on your lantern here because it's pitch black. Follow the path straight ahead until the cave opens up slightly. Head down to your right and you will see a small, low tunnel. Crouch down and crawl all the way through to the other side. Follow the main tunnel all the way deep into the cave until you reach a fork in the path. From here you want to take the route heading off to the right. Keep moving forward until you reach a steep ledge, and then carefully jump down to the lower left side of the pit below. Once you land safely at the bottom, just walk straight over the rocky ledge, climb your way up onto the platform, and you will see a pile of hidden rocks sitting right there in the darkness. Search through those stones and Arthur will pull out 4 massive gold bars worth $2,000 at any fence. And there you have it, 3 major treasure hunts completed, and a whopping $4,500 sitting right in your pockets. You have completely broken the early game economy in Chapter 2, and you can now buy every single weapon upgrade, camp upgrade, and elite horse your heart desires. If you found this step-by-step guide helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dive and Red Dead Redemption 2 secrets. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.